Welcome to Season 2 of AirgunWebTV, where we're going to get into a lot more airgun reviews with airgun expert Rick Utzler and travel to new hunting locations with the airgun scout Cecil Bays. We've even brought in a new guy, Aaron the Barbarian, to get in on all the action. Now 2016 is going to be a great year. We're going to look at some great new air guns and get in a lot more hunting too. So join us here on AirgunWebTV, where we're going to test them, we're going to shoot them, and we're going to tell you all about them. It's a great time to be an airgunner. Hello and welcome to AirgunWebTV. My name is Rick Utzler.
And I'm Cecil Bays.
Today in this episode, we're going to take a look at our top 5 from SHOT Show. We had a great time, saw some great stuff, and here's the best of the best. Let's get started. Well, Cecil, we're about ready to take a look at our top 5. What do you think of our choices?
I think they're pretty good choices. Definitely hard choices.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Really tough when you're looking at all this cool stuff to think of like the top 5 cool things. But let's start with number 5. Now, this manufacturer brings it every stinking year. When it comes to SHOT Show, they never disappoint, and that's Hatsan USA. The number 5 product is the new Hatsan BullBoss.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's an accessible bullpup for the consumer. And that's what everybody's asked for. We want a bullpup that's at a reasonable price and works.
You take something like the AT-44 platform, which we reviewed exhaustively last year, and it's probably one of your favorite guns. You still have the QE Long that you hunt with. That is such a tried and true platform. It just works. Great accuracy, good shot count. It's just a really affordable, kind of a bulletproof product. Well, they took that concept and just threw it in a really nice bullpup stock.
Yes.
It's lightweight, it's maneuverable, and it's going to be very affordable. What we've been seeing with the bullpups is the price is at $900,000 plus. Even if you buy an inexpensive PCP and try and put it in a bullpup stock, you're still at that $1,000 plus.
Yeah,
it's
because the bullpup
expensive.
stocks are just expensive to get aftermarket. And it comes with an adjustable cheek riser. It has the vertical adjustable butt pad.
Right.
I mean, it's adjustable, it's quality, and it's, like you said, it's light and maneuverable. You know, you don't find that at that price point.
I'm very excited to see this hit the market. So that's our choice for number 5. For our number 4 spot, this is a company that sort of came out of nowhere for me.
Yes.
I had been doing some searching and I really wanted to get a way to get video through my scope. And we see people on YouTube do it a lot of different ways. I wanted something a little bit easier to manage than trying to hang a camera off a mount, because I've never really got that to work right for me.
Right, you wanted something integrated.
I wanted something truly integrated. And so I did a little searching and I came across this company called ATN Corp. Now they have that fully integrated solution in their Smart Optics series. Now we've got some of this stuff, we've been playing with it. This stuff is awesome. You've got a day-night scope, so right off the bat, you've got something that's usable 24/7.
Exactly.
You can go shoot in the day, you can go shoot at night. Incredible flexibility and functionality. This thing is great. Beyond that, one button and you're recording at 1080p.
Yes, and that's something you can't do with pretty much any other scope out on the market.
It's very unique, and again, a very aggressive price point. If you were to try and find just a good night vision scope, you're going to spend a pretty good amount of money. You're looking at their new Model 2 is going to be sitting right at around $600 for a 3-to-12 with a built-in camera. That's both daytime and night vision enabled. That's pretty awesome.
Right, and that's with Wi-Fi and GPS.
Yeah,
so you can stream it straight to your smartphone, your tablet, and record and play back any video. And it also has a recoil activated record feature.
That's a good point.
So as long as your rifle has enough recoil, it will activate that record feature and it will record this, what is it, 1 second before and 1 second after?
It's actually 10 seconds prior to the shot and 20 seconds after the shot. It gives you that 30 seconds of key footage that you don't have to be trying to fumble with a button. You know, when you're ready to take that shot, you don't want to be thinking, did I hit
record?
But this does it for you. So for our number 4 spot, it goes right to the ATN Optics for their new Smart Optics, that XSight scope. Very, very cool product.
Okay, next up is our number 3 product. And this is a product that is actually an advancement on an existing product.
Correct.
Gamo has taken and added their whisper technology to the Gamo Coyote.
Right.
The Gamo Coyote by itself was a great product, great rifle, accurate, had a good shot count, but it was a little loud. So they listened to the consumers again. And they added the technology to make it whisper quiet, and it's an awesome rifle.
You know, it's also right at that right price point too, Cecil. It's right around $500 or probably just a little under $500. You can get a Gamo Coyote 177, 22, or 25 now with that suppressor on the front end, and it just performs. You're looking at great groups, 1-inch groups easily at 50. It's a very good platform at a great aggressive price point. And again, like you said, it's a result of a manufacturer listening to consumers. So that Gamo Coyote, the Coyote Whisper, gets that number 3 spot for our top 5. Cecil, when it comes to big bore air guns, there's one manufacturer that I really love working with, and that's Evanix.
Yes, they have some great big bore guns, and that's kind of what their real niche is those big bores.
I think so. You know, we've shot a lot of their 35s. I've got a 45 as well. They've always really performed well, both in power and accuracy. And this year at SHOT, they brought out a new line of guns called the Rex.
Yes, and they also have several different versions of it. It's not one gun, it's actually different sizes.
A whole series, correct.
A whole series.
And it starts down with the Rex pistol. Now, this is a 35 caliber pistol, and it is a very small form factor. It has a rear tube cylinder that gives you about 4 shots, and you're looking at pushing an 81.02 grain pellet at 746 feet per second.
That's smoking.
That's right up there. That's like a 100+ foot-pound pistol.
Yes.
So that is very cool. Now, they didn't just stop with a pistol. They do have a carbine that's partially suppressed, and then they have the full-size rifle. This is a very interesting line, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. The larger size Rex products have a little bit larger air cylinder that gives you 8 shots. And of course, these are removable, so if you want something compact, yet very, very powerful and accurate, you can break these down, throw them in a backpack, and you've got maybe a perfect big bore hunting air gun that's super lightweight and easy to use.
Yes, it's a very exciting product. We're really interested in getting our hands on it and testing it out.
So that number 2 spot goes to Evanix for their Rex series of air guns. Well, Cecil, comes down to what sits at number 1.
You know, that's probably the hardest one to pick because everything at SHOT was so great. There was a lot of new guns, there was a lot of new products, but it really came down to a tough decision.
It did. It was so tough, we couldn't make just one, number 1. We actually have another tie sitting at first position there. Now, I've known for a while that Air Arms has a new Bullpup coming out. It's another example of a manufacturer really looking at what their customers are wanting and then delivering in a big way. The new Galahad is a very cool air gun from Air Arms.
It definitely is. The new soft touch stock on it, it's a beach stock with a soft touch coating on it. It's really nice, feels very tactile, very solid holding stock. And they listen to the export market, the United States, because Air Arms is made in England, and they listen to their export market to make the Bullpup.
One of the things they did by listening to their export market is they really looked at what gives us good power, good accuracy. Of course, Air Arms is known for their accuracy anyway. That wasn't going to be hard. But shot count with power, you know, they were able to deliver that. These are going to come in all various shapes and sizes. They have a super short carbine, the full-size rifle, regulated, unregulated, FAC, not FAC. These things are going to be very cool, and they're going to be out very shortly. Now, the other rifle sitting at the top slot was a surprise. Not only was it a surprise for us, but the manufacturer, at least the US distributor for the manufacturer, didn't even know it was going to show up until they pulled it out of the box and put it up on the shelf, and that is the Hatsan Hercules. Cecil, I know you really like this gun. What do you think of this thing?
I think it's just a beast. I mean, it's got 2 500cc air chambers on it, one in the front, one in the back. You know, it goes all the way from 177 up to 45 caliber.
Right.
I mean, it just has so much potential from bench rest to hunting applications. It's it's just an amazing gun.
It is pretty awesome. It's big and it's heavy.
Yes.
So that's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to work out in the field. I already know that we're going to be getting one of those in for some of our hunts. So I'm super excited about that. What really got my attention about the Hercules was just the massive shot count.
Yes.
If you are into, let's say you're a harvester. Now that's a different thing. That's not hunting. That's not target practicing. That's you are out doing a job. What you need is high shot count.
Exactly.
And if you could be in a blind taking out pests, this gun may be just right for that kind of application. I'm super excited to see this come in. So the first position, the #1 top products for SHOT Show 2016, as far as we're concerned, it's that tie between Air Arms and their new Bullpup Galahad, and Hatsan and their new massive big bore double air tank Hercules.
So basically we have two polar opposites at #1.
Yeah, they are not at all in the same category, but they are both equally awesome.
They are.
So that's it. That's our top 10 for SHOT Show 2016. Now, next up, we've got something brand new for this year. I think you're going to like it. Stay tuned. This year, we've got a new segment of the show called My First Airgun, and it's about helping you find a good quality, yet very affordable airgun that could be your first airgun, and you could have a lot of success with it.
Yeah, last year we looked at a lot of air guns that were a little bit more expensive, and we need to get back to basics for those people who are just looking to get into the sport. And that's what it's really about, is helping new people get into the sport.
So what we've got here, this air gun is called the Umarex Fuel. This is a gun I've had a couple of these. I've had it both in 177 and 22. Happens to be a favorite of mine, and that's why I'm going to share it with you. This gun retails for under $200, and it has everything you need except pellets to get shooting immediately. Open it up, put it together, and you're good to go. We're going to go ahead and walk you through the process, take this out of the box, go ahead and put the scope on it, and then we're going to do some field testing. Cecil, you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So first thing we got to do is go ahead and get this out of the box.
That's it.
Okay, let's let it sit down. We don't want to fall out here.
Yep.
And there we are. So the rifle comes pretty well packaged. This is actually something that's pretty cool to see, because oftentimes as a reviewer I'll get guns in and the internals can be a little less than stellar. So it looks like they've done a very good job to actually protect your purchase. Okay, so this is the fuel. As you can see, it's actually got a built-in bipod, which is one of the things I really liked about this rifle for new shooters that don't want to have to really get too technical and have to learn that artillery hold. This actually works really well, even though this is a break barrel gas ram gun. This actually lets you get some really good accuracy shooting it in a traditional way. So that's one of the reasons I really like this. This rifle has a suppressor up here, it's got the gas ram here, and it's got a fully adjustable trigger. The other thing you've got is a Picatinny rail, which is going to help you keep your scope from slipping around. Cecil,
Yes.
You want to go ahead and take those out? I'm going to go ahead and
do that.
get the scope out here. Now, one of the things I want to mention is all of this stuff comes with instructions. Now, you may think you know how to do all this, and maybe you do, but take the time, at least look over some of this material, because it may give you a little piece of the puzzle that you may not have thought of, and that's going to let you get the most out of your air gun. What have you got there?
Yeah, so we got some rails that go on the Picatinny rail, or the rings that go on the Picatinny rail, excuse me. And it comes with the Allen wrench that you need to install the rings on the scope.
Okay, let me see these real quick. Hopefully you guys can see this right here. There's a screw that goes through this mount. Now why that's important is when you lock this into your rail and tighten that down, that prevents this from sliding. On a Springer gas ram gun, because it's got that unique recoil, if you don't have that locked in or you don't have this type of setup, the scope will tend to slide around. This rail system prevents that from happening. Go ahead and unpack the scope here. Now this rifle actually comes with a pretty nice scope. Got a lot of stuff here, Cecil.
Yes,
so
lots of packaging to keep it safe.
This rifle comes with a pretty nice scope. It's a 3-9 by 32, and it's got an adjustable objective. This means that you could actually sight this and shoot this with the full range of magnification all the way down to 10 yards. That's important because a lot of bundled optics that you get with an air gun, well, most of the time they're not great, and a lot of times they don't have an AO, and what that means is the parallax, in other words, the focus of the scope, is another way to say it, may be at 45 or 50 yards, and that's just not usable when you're trying to shoot in close. An adjustable objective on the scope allows you to go ahead and focus this. This one goes all the way down to 7.5 yards. Adjust this down to its lowest setting, and then you have the full range of the magnification that lets you get zoomed right in on your target. You about done there, boss?
Yep.
All right, so once you've got your mounts set, you simply set your scope in and go ahead and put your rings on top. That'll get them sort of seated so that you don't want to tighten them down all the way because you need to make sure you have that adjustment set right. Let Cecil do that. And we also need to make sure that we take a screwdriver or a flathead device, something, and really tighten down these mounts so that they don't come loose. I have something right here. This is what I have handy. This is actually an AR-15 armorer's tool, and it'll work. So Cecil's working on those rings. I'm going to go ahead and secure the bases here. There we are. So now it's time to go ahead and take this out in the field and do a little shooting. Cecil, you ready to get started?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go do it. Well, Cecil, it's about time we put some pellets down range here, buddy.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got the Umarex fuel, and gonna see how it does outside.
I really like this gun. We've already talked a lot about it, but the idea that if you're a regular firearms guy, you're used to maybe shooting off a bipod.
Yep.
This gives you that ability. Here's my pellet pin here. What pellets you got me shooting here, Cecil?
We're shooting the RWS Superdomes.
Okay. You've already sighted this, right? Is this sighted for you or for?
I think it's sighted for you.
All right. Well, let's see here.
I think it's pretty close for you.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Try it again. Do like that pellet pen.
Yes, that does make it a lot easier. You're not fumbling around in a tin.
I'll take that.
Kind of close.
I'll take that. I'll take that all day, buddy.
Yeah. Well, that adjustable parallax on the scope helps a lot too.
Yeah, it lets you be able to get it super crisp at any magnification.
Exactly. A lot of the bundled scopes don't have that, and you crank it up to 9 power at close range, and you're not gonna get a clear picture.
I think that works. You want to try it?
Yeah, I'll give her a shot.
That works really well, buddy. I do like that bipod, being able to shoot off that instead of having to use the artillery hold and learn a whole new technique.
Yeah, and it's convenient, and it also it's attached, so you don't have to worry about forgetting it. Stows up nice and easy.
You drilling the same hole again?
Same hole. Yep.
I'll take it.
Oh yes.
We're talking about my first air gun concept. This is a great first air gun for somebody.
Yes, it is an excellent first air gun. The price point is right.
Very good.
It's got great features.
Yep.
I mean,
we haven't had any issues with it either. I mean, we haven't had to go through and tune it or tweak it. We just take it out and shoot it.
no, I pulled that one.
Oh, you went a little high on that one, buddy.
Yeah. But it definitely is a great rifle. Great for a first air rifle.
Yep.
Be it for, a juvenile or an adult.
Well, we've done some targets. I'm gonna go switch out some things. We're gonna do something a little more fun. What do you think?
Yeah, let's shoot some other stuff.
All right. All right. I am going to go for the teeny tiny target.
You're gonna go for the chicken?
Chicken.
The El Pollo Loco?
Nobody here for those chickens.
That's one dead chicken.
Smack the crap out of that chicken.
All right. So we're taking down the fowl first. I'll take the turkey,
you
I
take
guess.
the turkey? All right.
Dead turkey.
Yep, dead turkey. You know, we're out here in the front yard. This thing is so quiet. We really haven't talked too much about that feature.
No, we really haven't.
Man, it is quiet.
Oh yeah, you can't even really hear it outside the yard.
All right, so I'm going to make it a challenge. I'm going to shoot the ram in the head.
Okay. Yes, you did.
There you go. Not much of a challenge, was it?
No, it wasn't. Not with this rifle. You know.
What's that? You hear the quail, right?
Yeah, you can do that to quail too. Well, the pig. But nice thing is here in Arizona, we can hunt quail.
We could. And this would
But not right this moment because it's not quail season.
So Cecil, we had a chance to take this out and do a little shooting. What do you think of this gun for that sub $200 price point?
You know, I think this is a really great gun for the price point. And, you know, it performs a little bit above what I expected it to.
Cool.
You know, and it's a great first air gun.
Yeah, and that's really what this is about, is that initial investment, let it be successful. You know, let people get the most bang for their buck. Now, here's what's really cool. Talked to Umrex, and they said that I could give this away. So if you guys want this air gun, this exact one that we just did this episode with, you can go to our website, www.AirgunWebTV, look for the contest link, and you can enter to win this air gun. And I think that's super cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you to Umrex for providing us with this to give to you.
Absolutely. That's very cool. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of AirgunWebTV, Cecil. We're done.
Hey, you know, I think we're doing pretty good, and we got a lot more season left.
Yeah, we got a lot more to show you. Stay with us. We got some great AirgunWebTV coming your way.
AirgunWebTV would like to recognize the following sponsors. Thank you for watching AirgunWebTV. In our next episode, we tackle the age-old question, break barrel or PCP. The answer may surprise you, or maybe not. In either case, you're not going to want to miss it. So stay tuned to AirgunWebTV, where we're going to test them, we're going to shoot them, and we're going to tell you all about them. It's a great time to be an air gunner.